Hey everybody, what's up? It's Clay, and today I'm going to be doing part 4 of my updated DVD and Blu-ray collection. So, if you watched the previous videos, this case will pick up where we left off in the last one, which was with seasons 1 through 7, I believe, of Law and Order SVU. And as you notice, these are smaller cases now, so I'll probably get through a good many of them in this one. This might be the last part, depending on how far I get, so I guess we'll figure that out, but let's get right into this. So this picks up with season 7, well, the rest of season 7, and then into season 8 of Law and Order Special Victims Unit, season 9, season 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And that's all the farther I have for Law and Order Special Victims Unit on DVD. They are on season 22 on TV. I have up through 15, so I'll have to get the rest of them on DVD at some point. Next up is the Left Behind trilogy. I've never seen any of them, but they were cheap at Walmart, so I picked them up. I do kind of want to watch them because I know they're based off of books. I just haven't gotten around to see them yet. Next is the Legacy of Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is a wrestler. I think everybody's heard of Stone Cold Steve Austin, even if you're not a wrestling fan, but this is basically like his greatest matches and his story and stuff, so that's a really cool documentary. Next is Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Gahul. I watched this movie, I read like part of the first book or whatever. I never really got into it. The movie wasn't bad though. The Legend of Zorro. I only bought it because I found it at a collectibles store and it was real cheap. And I know some of them are, because there's a lot of Zorro movies. I know some of them are more expensive than the others. So I just picked it up just to add it to the collection. I haven't watched it yet. The Lego Batman movie. I have not seen, but I heard it was good. So I do have to check that out. The Lego movie, which I really enjoyed. And the Lego movie Part 2, or the second part, which I also enjoyed. Not as much as the first one, but it was still a good movie. I know a lot of people hate on it, but I really enjoyed it. Next is the Leprechaun series. So we have Leprechaun and Leprechaun 2, and then Leprechaun 3, and Leprechaun 3, and Leprechaun 4 in Space, Leprechaun in the Hood, Leprechaun 6, Back to the Hood, and Leprechaun Origins. So I just bought it. I've never seen any of the Leprechaun movies, but I know they're horror movies, so I picked them up. I just haven't watched any of them yet. Let There Be Light. This is a Christian movie. I haven't seen it. My family saw it, but I didn't. They said it was really good, so I had to check it out. Lethal Weapon, classic. Letters to God, I have seen, but it's been forever since I've seen it. Liar Liar, really good Jim Carrey movie, where he can't lie pretty much for like a day or whatever. The Life of Pi I've never seen, but I found it at FYE for real cheap because they were doing a deal, so I picked it up. Lilo and Stitch, this is a really good Disney movie. I was a huge fan of the TV series that they did on TV on Disney Channel way back when, and I love the movie, so I picked it up. The Lion Guard, Return of the Roar. I'm never going to watch this. The reason I have it is because back when Disney Movie Rewards was a thing, you would get codes and points, and you could get free DVDs and free Blu-rays, and I was always choose the mystery DVD and the mystery Blu-ray thing, and this was one of the mystery DVDs I got from it. I kept it because it's a Disney movie, but I'll probably never watch it. And then The Lion King, this is the original 1994 one, and the Lion King, the 2019, I believe, live action remake. Um, I really like the first one. It's a classic, one of my favorite Disney movies. This one wasn't bad. There was a lot of differences, and I didn't like that they didn't really sing as much. And I mean, they had the songs, but they weren't really sung like I'm used to for the animated one. So, um, but overall, I mean, it was pretty much the same thing, storyline wise. So it was still a good movie. The Little Rascals, classic. This is Live and Let Die. This is another James Bond film. And The Living Daylights, which is another Bond film. I've never seen either one of these. I picked them up from Walmart for cheap because I wanted to get all the Bond movies, and I have a lot to go, but these are some of the other ones I have. Logan, probably the best in the X-Men, probably the best in the X-Men franchise. It's a great ending to the Wolverine story, so definitely check this out. It is my favorite of the X-Men franchise, I guess. London Has Fallen, I have not watched. This is the second or third one in the Fallen trilogy, I guess you can call it, because you had Olympus Has Fallen, London Has Fallen, and Angel Has Fallen, I think, is the newest one. So I think this is the second one. I've never seen this one or Angel Has Fallen. I have seen Olympus Has Fallen, and I do like that one. This is the Lone Ranger. It's like a mini episode thing. My grandma gave it to me. I haven't watched it. I might, but Lone Survivor. This was a good movie starring Mark Wahlberg, and it was based on true events, I believe. So, really good movie there. The Longest Yard. Another really good movie. The Lord of the Rings trilogy. So you have Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and Return of the King, which won Best Picture in 2003. So if you watched part one of this, you saw another copy of this with my the Best of Warner Brothers Best Picture winners set that I had. But I had this one first, so I just kept it for part of the set. I've seen all three of these movies fully. I'm not that big of a fan of Lord of the Rings. They're a little long for me, but I mean, I don't mind the plot and the fights and stuff. I like these better than the Hobbit movies. I just never really got into these like I did other stuff like Harry Potter or Star Wars. So, but I don't hate the movies. Next is the M. Night Shyamalan East Rail 177 trilogy. So you have Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. Split you'll see again later on because I have another copy of it. I've seen Split. I have not seen Unbreakable. Well, no, I did watch Unbreakable actually. So I've seen Unbreakable and Split. I haven't seen Glass. I heard mixed things on it, so I don't know if I want to watch it. But if I watch it, I'll have to rewatch the other two because I don't really remember the ending of Split that much. So I'll probably rewatch those if I decide to watch Glass. But I didn't mind these first two. I've never seen the third one. Mad Max. It's a classic. Mad Max Fury Road, which I haven't seen, but I probably should. Madagascar. Really like that movie. Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa. I've seen it. I don't like it as much as the first one, but I don't mind it. The Magnificent Seven, I haven't watched. And it came with a copy of Silverado, which I haven't watched either. Malcolm X, I have not seen. Man of Steel, probably one of my least favorite DC films. Another James Bond film, The Man with the Golden Gun, which again I haven't watched. Mandy, starring Nicolas Cage. This was a Shudder movie. Like it came with the Shudder code and stuff, so you can watch it on Shudder. But I haven't seen it. I think it's a horror movie or like a thriller or something like that. Manifest Season 1. This was a really good TV series about a plane that disappears and reappears, and they're trying to figure out why. But they got Season 2 done on TV, and we haven't heard anything about it since. So I have the first season, I'd like to find season 2 and see if they're coming out with any more, because this was a good show. I really enjoy the show, and I hope they keep making it. Next is the Marine 3 film collection. So we have the Marine 2, and the Marine 3 Homefront, which has The Miz in it. So the first one has John Cena, and that one was really good. The second one, the Marine 2, had WWE superstar Ted DiBiase in it, and it wasn't that good. And then the Marine 3 Homefront, which I really like, but it has WWE superstar The Miz, as do 4, 5, and 6, which I also have. I like all 4 of these, probably because The Miz is in them, but they're not bad movies. So I don't mind the first Marine movie. The second one I don't like, and then these ones aren't bad. So you have the Marine 4 Moving Target, the Marine 5 Battleground, and the Marine 6 Close Quarters, which I liked all of those. I have the Marley and Me 2 movie collection, I guess. So it's Marley and Me The Puppy Years. I haven't seen either one of those. Marmaduke, haven't seen it. The Martian, really good movie there. Mary Poppins, classic, Disney. Matilda, another weird one, but good. The Matrix, I haven't actually watched. And Max, which I haven't seen either. Next is the Maze Runner trilogy. So I have the Maze Runner and the Maze Runner Scorch Trial. In this case, I like the first one. I haven't seen the full thing of the second one, and I don't think I've watched Death Cure at all. So, but I didn't mind the first one. I never read the books. So I'll be right back with case number 2, which we'll pick up with the Maze Runners. Well, I said it would start with the Maze Runner Scorch Trials. I meant the Maze Runner, the Death Cure. So this is another one of these small cases. And this is going to be hard to do with one hand. But there's the Maze Runner Death Cure. Again, haven't seen it. The Mechanic, I haven't seen, but I picked it up for cheap, and I do kind of want to watch it. Next is Meet the Robinsons. I picked this up for my Disney collection because it was cheap on Amazon, so I just kind of threw it in. But this is the UK edition, I guess, so it's Region 2, so I have to watch that in my Region 3 player. The Meg, I really enjoyed this. I mean, it's kind of like a funny, like a comedy shark movie. It's got Jason Statham in it. I mean, it is serious at times, but there's also some comedy in it. I liked it for what it was, because it was a fun shark movie, so I really enjoyed that. Next is the Mega Shark Collection. So it's got Shark Attack 2, Shark Attack 3, Megalodon, and Shark Zone, and then Toxic Shark, Shark in Venice, Malibu Shark Attack, and Sharkman. I haven't seen any of these, but like I said, I'm a fan of cheesy shark movies, so I picked all those up. Next is Megalodon, another cheesy shark movie. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't the worst one I've watched, but it wasn't the best either, obviously. Megamind, Men in Black. This is the first one. I just recently bought the trilogy, so you'll see another copy of this later on when I show you the trilogy of it that I haven't put away yet. But that's what these 2 spaces here are for. They're for the other 2. I haven't actually seen any of the Men in Black movies, but I need to get around to seeing that. Mary Madagascar, I haven't actually seen. Next is Midway, which I heard good things about, and I do want to check it out. I just haven't gotten around to seeing it yet. Mine 9, basically about like 9 miners that get trapped somewhere or something like that. I will watch it eventually. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Minions, I did see this. I had fun with it. Miracles from Heaven, I've seen it, but it's been forever since I've seen it, so I don't really remember it. This is Misery, really good Stephen King movie there. I really enjoy Misery. I enjoy a lot of Stephen King stuff. They're weird, but they're good movies. And I never read any of the books, so. Next is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I did see this. It's a weird movie, but another good one. About this lady who has magic powers who has to protect these children from these weird creatures. But really good movie there. Next is the Mission Impossible franchise. So you have Mission Impossible, Mission Impossible 2, Mission Impossible 3, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and of course Mission Impossible Fallout, which kind of like the John Wick series, at least for me, they get better as they go, in my opinion. I definitely liked Fallout the best. The first one was good, the second one was a little bit better, the third one was better than that, and so on. I liked all the Mission Impossible movies, though. The first one, I was really confused when I first watched it, but then I rewatched it, and it all made sense. But if you haven't seen Mission Impossible, definitely check them out, because they are good movies. The Mist, this is another Stephen King one. I haven't seen this yet. I heard it's good, though. I do want to check it out. The Miz, A-list superstar. This is basically a documentary on WWE superstar The Miz, who is my favorite WWE superstar. Moana, I haven't watched, but I picked it up because it's a Disney movie. Another wrestling one here. This is Money in the Bank ladder match anthology. So it has all the Money in the Bank ladder matches on. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them on it. Up until the time period that this was put out on DVD. So I really like the Money in the Bank ladder match. And then Money in the Bank 2011 and 2015. And then Money in the Bank 2020. Next is Monster House. Another really weird movie, but really good for an animated kids movie. It was weird and scary when you're a kid, but it's not a bad movie. Monsters, I haven't seen. I found this at Dollar Tree, so I just picked it up. Monsters, Inc., one of my favorite Pixar films. I don't have Monsters University. I have seen it, but I just don't have it yet. Monsters vs. Aliens, I picked this up for my DreamWorks collection. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, probably my favorite comedy movie of all time. We still quote this movie like daily, pretty much. This movie is hilarious. And then Monty Python, The Meaning of Life, which wasn't as funny. I mean, they're a comedy troupe, so it's, it is what it is. But The Holy Grail was hilarious. Moonlight, which I basically just picked up because it won an Oscar for Best Picture. Mortal Engines, I haven't seen. I wanted to see it in theaters, didn't get around to it, and I picked it up on DVD. Still haven't watched it, but I heard good things about it, so I do want to check it out. Mr. Peabody and Sherman, I picked up for the DreamWorks collection. Mr. Popper's Penguins, really good movie. It's been forever since I've seen that. Mrs. Doubtfire, really good Robin Williams movie there. He dresses up as a woman to try and get to see his kids. Really good movie, and rest in peace, Robin Williams. Mulan and Mulan 2, I've seen the first one. Really good there. And then I didn't even know they made a second one, to be honest. So I haven't seen the second one yet, but I didn't watch the live action remake of it. But these are the two animated ones. Next is The Mule. I believe this is the newest Clint Eastwood movie. I haven't seen it, but I probably will check it out at some point because I do like a lot of his movies. I haven't seen all of his movies, but I have seen some of them. Next is the Mummy collection. So we have The Mummy Returns, and The Scorpion King. I saw the first Mummy movie, but it's been forever since I've seen it, so I probably need to rewatch those. Murder on the Orient Express, really good movie. I really like that. I didn't read the book, but I really enjoyed the movie. Good cast in that movie. A lot of big name actors and actresses. Nancy Drew and the Hidden Staircase, I haven't seen it. Napoleon Dynamite, really funny movie. I have seen that one. This is the National Lampoon's Animal House, and then Weird Science, Dazed and Confused, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I forget what this set was called, but I think I put it here because it started with National Lampoon's Animal House. and then National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and National Lampoon's Vacation. I've seen Animal House. I've seen Christmas Vacation. I have not seen Vacation yet. Next up is the National Treasure, two movies. National Treasure and National Treasure 2 Book of Secrets. I like the second one better. I remember the second one more than I do the first one, but they're still both good movies, and I hope they make a third one. I mean, I'd be down to seeing a third one. Now with Disney Plus, who knows? Next is NCIS New Orleans. I have the first season and the second season on DVD. I wasn't into it at first, and then I kind of lost interest in it, but I could pick it back up, I guess, at some point. But NCIS New Orleans, it's a cop show. If you haven't seen like regular NCIS, this one's the same thing, but it takes place in New Orleans. So they investigate Navy-related crimes in New Orleans, and it's a good show. I just kind of lost interest after a while, but I might pick it back up. Who knows? Near Extinction, haven't seen. The New and Improved DX. This is a documentary on the tag team known as DX from WWE. Next of Kin, I did watch. Liam Neeson's in this. Patrick Swayze's in this. Really good movie. Really enjoyed that. Nicktoons Halloween. I saw some of these. I haven't watched all of them, but they're fun. For classic Nickelodeon tunes, you got like SpongeBob, Rugrats. I think Recess is on there. Hey Arnold. So, those are fun, and they're all Halloween-related episodes, obviously. The Night at the Museum trilogy. So we have Night at the Museum, Night at the Museum Battle of the Smithsonian, and Night at the Museum Secret of the Tomb. I've seen the first one. Really liked the first one. Saw parts of the second one. Wasn't really into it as much, and never saw the third one. I heard it was like mixed reviews on it, but who knows. Next is Night of Champions 2008. That's another wrestling one. The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is really good to watch on Christmas and Halloween. Really good movie. Really enjoy it. Tim Burton did a great job. Nightmare Shark, another shark movie. That's the only reason I picked it up. Stephen King's Nightmares and Dreamscapes. This is disc 1, and then discs 2 and 3. I haven't seen this. I think it's a series. At least I'm pretty sure it's a series. Or like a combination of stories or something like that. But I haven't watched it. I just picked it up because it was Stephen King. Night Zero I haven't watched. 9 Lives I did watch. This is Noah from the musical from the Sight and Sound Theater. It's a performance that was recorded on there, and a really good Sight and Sound. They do a lot of different Bible stories and stuff, and they act them out and show you. So it's really good there. Nonstop, really good Liam Neeson movie. Definitely check that one out if you're into Liam Neeson's movies. North America. I haven't watched this yet, but it's basically a documentary on the nature in North America. North by Northwest, Alfred Hitchcock. I picked it up because it had one of those Warner Brothers numbered slipcovers on it, but I haven't watched it yet. Nosferatu, haven't seen this series yet. This is season 1. The Nothing, I haven't watched yet either. Oblivion, I have seen, and it came with a glow-in-the-dark slipcover. Occupation, this was a weird movie, but it was a good movie. I believe Tamara Morrison was in it, the one who played Jango Fett and now Boba Fett in the Mandalorian series. Oceans, Our Blue Planet, this is the only 4K one I have. It's basically a documentary on the oceans. Octopussy, another James Bond film. Officer Down, I have not seen yet. All of the Other Reindeer, really fun little children's Christmas movie about a dog who thinks she's a reindeer. And Oliver and Company, one of my favorite Disney films from when I was a kid. So I'll be right back with the next case. So this is Oliver and Company then on Blu-ray. Next is Olympus Has Fallen, which I talked about earlier. I did see, and then it came with White House Down, which was kind of a remake, kind of like knockoff of the same movie, and it wasn't as good. OMG, the top 50 incidents in WWE history, good documentary there. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, a Best Picture winner. Really good movie, actually. I didn't want to watch it at first, and then my mom told me to watch it, so we watched it, and I actually liked it. Really, really good movie there. Jack Nicholson does a great job. Only the Brave, I haven't watched yet. Onward, I need to watch too. I grabbed this because it's Pixar, but I haven't seen it yet. I do need to check it out because I heard it was really good. Open Season, really like this actually. Haven't seen, I think there's 3 of them. Haven't seen the other 2. It's a really good movie though, the first one. Open Water 3, Cage Dive. I don't have the other 2. I haven't seen the other 2. So, I didn't watch that one either. I just bought it because it was a shark movie. Orca the Killer Whale. This is basically similar to Jaws, but it's a killer whale instead of a great white shark. And basically the whale hunts down the guy that kills his family. So really good movie there. Ouija Shark, another cheesy shark movie. I haven't seen it, but that's why I grabbed it, because it's a shark movie. The Outsiders, classic. Over the Hedge, really good. I picked it up because it was DreamWorks, but I also really enjoyed it. I just haven't seen it in forever. Overcomer, really good religious film. Overlord, I heard good things about, wanted to see it, never got around to seeing it, found it for cheap at Walmart and still haven't watched it. Oz the Great and Powerful, another one of those ones I got from Disney Movie Rewards. Haven't seen it though. Pacific Rim and Pacific Rim Uprising, I haven't seen either one of these. I've heard mixed reviews on both of them. I heard the first one was good, but the second one wasn't, but I haven't seen either one of them, so I will check them out at some point, hopefully. The Pale Door, it sounded interesting. I picked it up. Still haven't watched it. Parasite, won Best Picture. That's why I picked it up. I will watch it eventually and review it for my Best Picture winners reviews. But I mean, it won Best Picture, so I'm sure it's good. I just haven't seen it yet. Passengers, which I heard was a really good movie, and I did want to watch it. That's why I picked it up. And it came with After Earth, which I heard was really bad, with Jaden and Will Smith. So I heard it was bad, but it came with Passengers, so that's why it's there. The Passion of the Christ, good movie there. Pathfinder, haven't seen it. Don't really remember what it said it was about. It was at the collectibles store near where I live, so I picked it up for cheap, and I haven't watched it yet. The Patriot, really good Mel Gibson film. Really enjoy that movie. Patriots Day, based on a true story, starring Mark Wahlberg. Another really good one of those true story movies that he does that I really enjoyed. Paul Blart Mall Cop, I thought it was funny. I really enjoyed Paul Blart. The second one, not so much. I know a lot of people hate on the first one too, but for what it was, I mean, it's a Kevin James comedy. It was hilarious. This one, I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't as funny as the first one. Payback 2015, that's a WWE pay-per-view. Next is the Peanuts Holiday Collection. So it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, a Charlie Brown Christmas, and then the Peanuts 2-movie collection. So they're 2 separate sets. So this is Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown, and Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown. I haven't seen any of those. Well, I did watch the Christmas one this past Christmas, but we haven't seen any other ones other than that. Penguins of Madagascar, bought it for the DreamWorks collection. Penn and Teller BS Season 1. I've heard, I mean, I haven't heard anything about it, but it seemed interesting. I guess they try and like debunk stuff, or people tell them stuff or try and do stuff and they try and debunk it or something like that. So That sounded interesting. And then season 2, which I guess only had one disc. But yeah, that's volume 2. Percy Jackson, 2 movies. So we have Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief, and then Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters. Really like The Lightning Thief. Sea of Monsters, not so much. Pet Cemetery, which this was the original one. Really enjoyed this. The second one, not so much. And I don't have, nor did I see the new remake of it. Don't know if I will, but I really enjoyed the original one. Peter Rabbit, haven't seen it. Picked it up because it was cheap. Pilgrim's Progress 2. Liam Neeson's in it. That's pretty much why I have it. But other than that, I haven't seen it. Next is the Pirates of the Caribbean series, which I have seen all of them except Dead Men Tell No Tales. I just don't remember most of them because it's been forever. But Curse of the Black Pearl, I think, was my favorite. So we have Curse of the Black Pearl, Dead Man's Chest, At World's End, On Stranger Tides, a bonus disc for the Blu-rays, and then Dead Men Tell No Tales, or Salazar's Revenge, or whatever you want to call it. But like I said, I've seen the first 4, never watched the newest one. Pixels, really fun kind of, Adam Sandler movie. I really enjoyed that. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, really good. Steve Martin and John Candy are in it. And they basically have to get home for Christmas, but the things happen, and it's kind of funny. So really, really good movie. Next is the documentary Planet Earth. One of my favorite documentaries that BBC has done. It's literally a documentary on animals and plants and places on Earth. So really good documentary. So there's Planet Earth. And then they did a second one with Planet Earth 2, which was also really good. Next is the Planet of the Apes series. This was the originals from like way back when with Charlton Heston in them. It was like a 5 movie set or whatever. So you have Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Conquest for the Planet of the Apes, or Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, Battle for the Planet of the Apes, and then Behind the Planet of the Apes, like how they made it. And then a Planet of the Apes 3-pack, which came with another copy of the original Planet of the Apes. The 2001 Planet of the Apes with Mark Wahlberg, which I didn't mind. I know a lot of people hate on it. I didn't mind it. And then Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which was really good. And I do have another copy of Rise, so you'll see that later on probably. Platoon won Best Picture. Haven't seen it. Point Break. I believe this is the remake. Haven't seen it though. I haven't seen the original one either, but I probably should. Pokemon, the first movie. I remember really liking that when I was younger. The Polar Express, classic Christmas movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Police Academy, I haven't seen, but we'll probably watch it at some point. Poltergeist, haven't seen, just kind of picked it up because it was real cheap on Halloween. Ponyo, I bought this because Liam Neeson voices a character in it, and it's part of my Liam Neeson collection. I haven't watched it yet, though. Popeye, starring Robin Williams, really good movie. The Predator collection, so we have Predator, Predator 2, Predators, and The Predator. The Predator, this newest one, was kind of crap. The original one was the best. Predator 2 wasn't bad, and then Predators, but The Predator was just crap. Predator World, I bought this because I believe it has a YouTuber that I watch whose name is Sean C. Phillips. He has a cameo in that movie, so I bought it. I haven't watched it yet, but he's in that, so I really like his content, and that's why I bought that movie. The Princess Bride, really good movie. It's been forever since I've seen it, but I do remember liking it. Prisoners, I haven't seen it. Sounded interesting. Wanted to check it out. I know Hugh Jackman's in it. I forget who else is in it. Found it for cheap, and I'll probably watch it at some point. Prometheus, the prequels to the Alien movie, which was Prometheus and then Alien Covenant and then Alien. Or is it a sequel? I think it's a prequel, whatever. I didn't really like it. And I watched Covenant before I watched Prometheus, so that was really just weird because I had no clue what was going on. But I bought Prometheus. I liked it better than Alien Covenant, but I didn't like it that much better than Alien Covenant. Proximity, I haven't seen yet. Psycho, classic. Public Enemies, I haven't watched. Pulp Fiction, it's a classic, but I haven't watched it. I know I need to get around to watching it. The Purge and the Purge Anarchy, just because they were cheap. Push Pull Point Pal, this is a Tim Hawkins. He's a Christian comedian. This is one of his shows that he did. We love Tim Hawkins. Really funny. If you're into Christian comedy or clean comedy, check him out because he's really funny. The Quake, basically an earthquake. It's basically like San Andreas or 2012, one of those disaster films, but I haven't watched it yet, but that's what I'm getting based off the back of the box that, when I read it. Quantum of Solace, another James Bond film that I still haven't seen. Race to Witch Mountain, I grabbed that from FYE because it was a Disney movie, and I needed to throw something in to get the $1 movie because that was used. Ralph Breaks the Internet, haven't seen it yet. I need to watch Wreck-It Ralph first, which I do have, but I heard it was good, so I will check it out at some point. Next is the Rambo collection. So we have First Blood, Rambo First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3, and Rambo, which I don't know if these are out of order or not, because it's kind of weird names for the Rambo movies, but whatever. I've never seen any of the Rambo movies. Rampage, kind of a knockoff Kong versus Godzilla type thing. I enjoyed it. I mean, The Rock was in it, but it was, like I said, there was a gorilla versus some like alien lizard creature thing, so it was basically Kong versus Godzilla. Ratatouille, really good Pixar film. The Raven, starring John Cusack. This was based on not based on, but basically John Cusack plays Edgar Allan Poe, who has to help the cops solve murders based on his stories. And it was a really unique concept for a movie. And we watched it in comm lit class when we read Edgar Allan Poe, and I really liked it, so I picked it up on DVD. I haven't watched it again since then, but I do remember liking it. And then Raw, The Beginning, which is a documentary on WWE's show Raw, which is where the next case will pick up. Alright, so this one starts with Raw, The Beginning, the rest of that. And then we have Ready Player One, which I really enjoyed. I didn't read the book, but I did really enjoy the movie. I've seen it 3 times now, and still really enjoy it. Real Steel, I did like. I haven't rewatched it since I bought it on DVD, but I have seen it. Rear Window, really good movie there, starring James Stewart. Really like that movie. Really good. The Recall, starring Wesley Snipes. I haven't actually seen it. It sounded interesting, so I picked it up. I haven't watched it yet. Red, I heard it was good. Still haven't seen it. Red Sparrow, haven't seen that one either. Red versus Blue, this is a Halo thing. I picked it up because it seemed weird but interesting, and it was Halo, so I picked it up and haven't seen it. This is The Reliant. Haven't seen it yet. Probably will at some point. Remember the Titans, really good movie. Replicas, starring Keanu Reeves, sounded interesting. Haven't seen it yet, but I do want to check it out. I really want to see Keanu Reeves in other stuff other than John Wick, because that's pretty much all I've seen that he's been in, other than like Speed. Restricted Area is another one that has that YouTuber Sean C. Phillips, or Cool Duder on YouTube, who reviews movies and talks about movies and stuff. And I really liked his channel, and when I found out he had cameos in movies, I figured I'd get him just to check him out and see what the movies are like. So yeah, that's why I bought that one. I haven't watched it yet, but I will, because I do want to check that one out. The Revenant, really good movie. Leonardo DiCaprio definitely deserved his Oscar for Best Actor for this movie because he did a great job in this movie. I'm not a huge DiCaprio fan, but this movie was really good. Rey Mysterio, The Biggest Little Man documentary on Rey Mysterio, who's a WWE superstar. Rio and Rio 2. Saw the first one. I liked the first one. I've never seen the second one. Rise of the Guardians, really fun movie here. It's part of the DreamWorks collection, that's why I bought it. But I also did like it when I watched it as Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, the Sandman, the Tooth Fairy. So, and they all had to fight against this evil force trying to get rid of these holidays or whatever. Risky Business, classic, but I've never actually seen it. Riverdale, I bought this because I heard good things about this show, and then I really didn't like it. I just didn't want to get rid of this series. So that's season 1. This is Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I bought it because Alan Rickman was in it, and I do want to check it out. I just haven't gotten around to seeing it yet. This is a Robin Hood TV series from BBC, which I didn't even know they made, but I bought the whole series just in case I ever decided to check it out. So that's Robin Hood. RoboCop. I've seen this one. I didn't really like it, but it was cheap, so I bought it. Robots, I do remember enjoying this when I first watched it. It's been forever since I've seen it, but Robots, really good movie. The Rock, this is a documentary on The Rock when he was in wrestling. The Rocky franchise is next. So we have Rocky, Rocky 2, Rocky 3. Yeah. Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5, and then Rocky Balboa. I've never seen any of the Rocky movies. I know I probably should because at least the first one's a classic. I probably should watch it, but I haven't seen any of them. Next are the WWE Royal Rumble matches. I have all of them from 1988 to 2020 because that's what they've had, all of them. So here's 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and so on. I'll just go through these quick because I know not everybody's going to really care about these wrestling ones if you're not a wrestling fan. Rudy is next. Really good movie there. Sean Astin. Really good movie. Run All Night and Unknown, 2 Liam Neeson movies. That's why Unknown's up here because it came with Run All Night. I've seen both of these. I really like both of these. Unknown was really good. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was, but it was really good. I love Liam Neeson movies, so I'll probably like anything he's in, but yeah. This was the Sam Elliott set, so it had a few movies that Sam Elliott was in. So it has Treasure State, The Ranger, The Cook, and A Hole in the Sky, Prairie Fever, Pioneer Woman, and Rugged Gold. San Andreas, which I didn't mind. The Sandlot, really good movie there. The Santa Claus, another really good Christmas movie. Saving Mr. Banks, another one I got from that Disney Movie Rewards. Haven't seen it yet. Saving Private Ryan, really good movie. And then the Saw 7 film collection. So we have Saw, Saw 2, Saw 3, Saw 4, Saw 5, Saw 6, Saw the Final Chapter, and then Jigsaw, of course. And then the Blu-rays of all of those. Scarface is next. Oh, for the Saw movies, I saw the first 5. Haven't seen beyond that. Scarface, classic. Scoob, I haven't seen. I wanted to see it in theaters, didn't get around to it, but I probably will watch it at some point. And then Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo 2 for this last one here. So I'll be right back with the next. So next we have Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Complete first and second seasons. Really great TV series. I really enjoyed those when I watched them on TV. So next is Scream, which was really good, and Scream 4, which I also really enjoyed. I don't have 2 and 3 yet. I am working on getting them. Sea Beast, I haven't seen. It was at Dollar Tree. Searching sounded good. Wanted to see it in theaters. Didn't get around to it, so I'll have to watch it at some point. Season of a Lifetime, really good movie there, based on a football coach who had a disease and he wanted to have one big season before he passed away. The second, Jungle Book, really not that good. Secret Life of Pets I really enjoyed, and Secret Life of Pets 2 I haven't seen yet. Secrets of the Mountain, this was a Walmart brand movie or something like that, and I just grabbed it because it was cheap. See No Evil, starring WWE superstar Kane. I really enjoyed it. Really good horror movie there. Seraphim Falls, I bought this because it had Liam Neeson in it and haven't seen it yet. Serengeti, a documentary on the Serengeti in Africa, narrated by John Boyega, who plays Finn in the new Star Wars movies. Haven't seen it yet, but I do want to check it out because I do like these BBC documentaries. Seven, really good movie about the 7 deadly sins, and this guy kills people based on the 7 deadly sins and stuff. Really good movie there. Seventh Son, I haven't seen. The Shadow Man, I haven't watched yet. Shaft, I picked it up for my Samuel L. Jackson collection, but I haven't actually watched it. The Shallows, a really good shark movie. Really enjoyed that. Shape of Water won Best Picture, that's why I picked it up, but I haven't seen it yet. Shark, a BBC documentary on sharks. So I picked it up. I have watched it, and I do enjoy that. It's a good documentary. And then Shark Battleground, another BBC documentary on sharks, which I haven't watched yet. A set of shark movies. I forget what exactly it was called. But it has Raiders of the Lost Shark, Sharkenstein, and Shark Exorcist. I'm probably never going to watch any of them. They were at Dollar Tree. They were real cheap, and they're cheesy shark movies, so I picked them up. Shark Night, this one was weird. I didn't like this one. Shark Tale, I enjoyed that. It's an animated movie. And then Shark Week, Jawsome Encounters, and Shark Week, the 30th anniversary. These are, Shark Week they do every year, where they do documentaries and different shows and movies about sharks and stuff on Discovery Channel. This was the 30th anniversary, which I think was back in 2017, something like that. So those are really good documentaries on sharks. It's my favorite week of the year, by the way. The Shawshank Redemption, really good movie. And it came with The Green Mile, which I haven't seen yet. Shazam, I heard good things. I haven't seen it yet because I'm not a huge DC fan, but I'll probably check it out at some point. Sherlock Holmes and a Sherlock Holmes Game of Shadows. I like Sherlock Holmes movies, and I like the TV series Sherlock, but I'm not a huge Robert Downey Jr. fan. I don't care what people say. I just don't. I don't like him, and I didn't think he did that good as Sherlock Holmes, but nonetheless, I grabbed the movies anyways just because they're Sherlock Holmes movies. But again, I'm not a huge fan of RDJ. The Shining, classic Stephen King. It's been forever since I watched it, but it's a really good movie. It's directed by Stanley Kubrick. Really good movie. Shoot 'em Up. Haven't seen it yet. Short Circuit 2. I don't know why I have the second one and not the first one. I have seen this. It's just been forever. Shrek and Shrek 2. Those are for DreamWorks collection. I mean, the first Shrek's a classic movie. Shrek 2 I've seen, but those are the only 2 I've seen. Shutter Island I heard was good, and I want to check it out. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Siberia, starring Keanu Reeves. Heard it was good. Again, haven't seen it. Sicario and Sicario Day of the Soldado. Haven't seen either one of those, but I've heard they were good too, so I do need to watch that. The Signal, I bought that because it was cheap. Silent War, Battles Beneath the Sea, another BBC documentary type of thing, which I grabbed at Dollar Tree. That's the only reason I have it. The Skulls, haven't seen. Skyscraper, which was really good. Dwayne Johnson's in it. Skyfall, I haven't seen. It's another Bond film. I haven't seen any James Bond film. I probably should watch them. because I've heard you don't have to watch them in order, so I probably should watch them at some point. Sky High, I really like this movie about like teenage superheroes that go to this high school and end up having to fight crime and stuff. So it's a really good Disney movie. Sleepy Hollow, haven't seen it, but I know it's a classic. Slender Man, I heard it sucked, but I kind of wanted to check it out. Snakes on a Plane, I enjoy this movie. Samuel Jackson's in it, and there's snakes, whatever. The Snarling, I just picked this up at Dollar Tree on Halloween. This is the Sniper movie collection. So you have Sniper, Sniper 2, Sniper 3, Sniper Reloaded, Sniper Legacy, and Sniper Ghost Shooter. I've never seen any of those, but they sounded neat, so I picked up the set. The Snowman starring Michael Fassbender, haven't seen it yet. This is The Social Network, which I haven't seen yet either. Son of God, Soul Surfer, which I did see. This was based on a true story of Bethany Hamilton, I believe is her name. And she's played by Anna Sophia Robb. And I really enjoy this movie. Space Jam, classic. Spectre, another James Bond film, which I still haven't seen. This is a 3-pack of movies, and Speed was first, so I put it back here. So it's Speed, Broken Arrow, and Entrapment. I've seen Speed, haven't seen the other two. The Spider-Man trilogy, the Sam Raimi movies. So you have Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 2, I think, is my favorite. Spider-Man 3 was kind of trash. Spider-Man was good. Spider-Man Far From Home, which I liked, and Spider-Man Homecoming, which I also liked because they're part of the MCU. I don't know where Spider-Man will go with the MCU, but I guess we'll find out soon. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, when I first heard of this, it didn't seem like something I would want to see, but after watching it, it was good. I really enjoyed it. Next, we have another 3 movie pack. So it started with Spiderwick Chronicles, and then has Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, and Hugo. I've seen A Series of Unfortunate Events, haven't seen the other 2. Spirit, this was like Stallion of the Cimarron. This was like my favorite movie when I was a kid. I don't know why. I just really enjoyed it. And it's DreamWorks, so that's part of that collection. Split, I told you there'd be another copy of that earlier. This is the SpongeBob SquarePants movie and SpongeBob SquarePants Sponge Out of Water. I've seen Sponge Out of Water. I haven't seen the SpongeBob movie. I love SpongeBob, which I guess you could tell from these next ones is the first 100 episodes of SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob, and I need to get the rest of the series, but that's the first 100 episodes. Spooky Buddies, this was another Disney movie rewards mystery Blu-ray I got. That's why I have it. I'll probably never watch it, but Spy Kids 2, The Island of Lost Dreams, and Spy Kids 3 in 3D Game Over. I don't have the first one. I've seen all 3 of them. I like the second one better than the third one, definitely, and probably better than the first one. The third one didn't need to exist, but it does. And then they had a 4th one, I believe. So I need to get the 1st and 4th one, but I have 2 and 3. Stan Lee and Kevin Smith Saved the World. I guess this is like a documentary or like interviews or something with Stan Lee and Kevin Smith. Next is The Stand. And so that's where I'll end for this part. There will be one more part after this where I will finish off the rest of my cases, and they'll all be small cases like this, and then one other thing, and I'll show you my recent pickups that I haven't put away yet. So stay tuned for the next video. I hope you guys are enjoying these. They take a while to make, and they're a lot of work to make, so I hope you guys like watching these like I do, and stay tuned for what else we've got going on this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Subscribe.